What up, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of Barbershop Talk. I am your host, King Charlemagne, and I have a special guest in the building. I will let her introduce herself. Go ahead.
Keyshawn, what it is?
And today we got a
Key,
good
y'all.
show
Nice to
going.
meet y'all.
Hey,
Say what?
before we get started, make sure y'all go ahead and like and subscribe to the page, and we're gonna have a good one for you today. So, without further ado, what we're doing today. So, DJ Academics finally posted the full interview with my crew, my favorite podcast, Fresh and Fit, and then the Brittany Renner girl. The full video finally came out. Now, this morning I went to go watch it, and it was taken down. So, if you didn't get a chance to see it, I feel sorry for you because it was good, my opinion. Keyshawn, were you able to see any of it?
I did. I seen like 30 minutes worth. They
You
lost
missed
my
a lot.
attention.
You missed a lot. So, I saw that you posted a screenshot of her with a comment. Now, what was that comment? What did you mean by that comment that you posted? The whole
What did it
reason
say? You
why
gotta remind me.
it was something about this is why I say you have to do something.
Oh, I think it said this is why I always tell people how I feel with no remorse.
There you go. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So the point of
So,
that is
okay.
because men feel like every time you say something, you speaking with emotion. And people just don't know. We just be telling you how it is. I'm just telling you how I feel.
Now, that's true, but how can you not say women do not speak with emotion when the first words out of their mouth is I feel like? I feel like that's
Because that's just
emotional in
like
itself.
men. That's just like men. Y'all say the same thing. It ain't like
Now,
y'all don't say the same thing.
men, we more say I believe, I think,
And be
I,
lying.
I assume, I know.
And be lying. I know you did. I know what I did and be lying.
So you think all men lie?
No. Do you think
Most
all
men?
women speak with emotion?
Yes, I would say that. Yes, I would say if you on a balance of probability, most women will probably go with their lead with their emotions, especially in a conversation.
I don't think so. That's
But
just
they
like
say,
that's just like saying right now I'm leading with emotion when really I'm just talking.
yeah, right now we good. You just talking. You hadn't said I feel like yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So let's jump right into it. We're gonna put the first question up here, and I want you to answer it. I'll answer it, and then you can ask the people watching what they
TikTok,
think.
he don't stop. It
So
says who or what killed dating? You want me to answer first?
yeah, I want you to go first because I already have my answer, but I want to see if we on the same page.
Who killed dating? I don't think there's a who. Because to me, dating isn't dead. Are we talking about relationship dating?
Okay, we talking about dating for LTR. Yes,
Or because some people's definition of dating is different. Like some people's definition of dating is going to dinner and I took you on a date. Then other
that is
people's definition is I'm in a full blown relationship for months.
okay. So that's different. Dating and being in a committed relationship. That's two different levels of relationship.
That's
The
why I gotta ask
dating.
you what's your definition. Because some people,
So when I say dating, I mean the beginning, the courtship, how you meet, what's the best way on the first interaction. Because nowadays you get to know everything about a person before you even meet them. Before you see them in person, you know what they did last year. You know their folks. You know their friends. You know their circle. You can find out a lot about a people before you
based
take
on
them
social media,
based on social media. So I'm gonna let you answer before I answer. Who or what do you think killed dating?
social media, social media is the killer of dating.
Elaborate more for the people that just got triggered.
Social media is the place where you can get in trouble. Social media is the place where you can talk to multiple people. Social media is the place where you can tell the boldest lie and people still believe you. I mean, I can elaborate on it all day, but I think social media is the ultimate killer of relationships.
Damn, I wanted you to disagree with me. Okay, so that is true. I think social media is the number one killer of the dating game, and it especially the swipe right, swipe left community.
Yeah.
Females are killing men on dating sites. Did you know that 89% of men are found unattractive on dating sites by
I
women?
mean, I can believe it. I don't search, so I don't know, but I can believe it.
And that's crazy. That is it's like horrible for dudes, but what it does, it it gives, okay, say you have a cheerleader
Hmm.
in bumfuck Iowa, right? She's prom queen. She's the homecoming queen. Her mom is the English teacher. Her dad is the damn principal, and she's dating Chad. Chad's the quarterback. His dad is the doctor in the town. He's also from bumfuck Iowa, and that's who she dated in
Hmm.
high school. But then she started to get beautiful, so she started putting herself on Instagram and all Facebook and TikTok.
So
Started
now
making
she's
these
popular.
videos,
So
and
now she's
then
popular.
right now you got guys in Miami, LA, Atlanta. They can see her, so now they DMing her. She's seeing what the lifestyle they have in these big cities. So she say, to hell with you, Chad. I'm leaving and going to Miami, coming a boss bitch, turning up, and I'm on every podcast in Miami. I'm at every club. Now I'm a bottle girl, service girl. And Chad, back at home, he's going to follow his dad's footsteps. He's going to work at the family business, but his girl is gone. She has cars where the doors go up, and you know what they say: when a girl get in a car where the doors go up, the drawers don't come down if your doors don't go up. So
Hmm.
yes, dating killed. Social media killed dating, but I believe females kill dating too. I said it. I said it, and I'm sticking with it.
Why? You have to
Why?
say why. You can't just say a statement without saying why.
Because they want too much.
Men don't.
No,
Y'all don't always settle for noodles and Adidas flip flops and white dirty socks. Men want a lot too.
I think you. Where have you heard this from? Who told you that men wanted a lot?
Look at it. Look at successful men and even not successful men that want to be successful. How hard are they actually trying to be successful?
I mean, for a man to become successful, he tried really hard. For a man to become above average, like above the average male in America, he has to try hard. He has
Is
to
this
have
all
dream.
men or just certain men? Because all men don't try.
Okay, so let me first off say here at the barbershop talk, we don't speak on all men, all women, all anything. We speak on majority. Now, if you take line up 100, you line up 1,000. We speak on majority, the probability. So no, it's never all. But I do know that most men understand that we have to come with everything. We have to come full assembled. We have to have everything down. And if we don't, we have to have a plan. We have to have that plan book where
But
they
how many
can,
men have plan books and
not
then
many,
still depend on their women?
not many. And that is because who's raising the children nowadays?
Well, let's go back before we hit on that. How many men are dependent on women? Just because you don't see it, don't mean it ain't happening. Because she can make 100K just by doing, just like you said, the popular girl on social media, but she's loyal. There's nothing wrong with being the popular girl on social media, but being loyal. So
Um,
she can make 100K off this app,
mhm.
doing whatever she wants to do on social media, advertising for people, whatever. And then you can be an average guy making 40K, 50K, which means obviously she makes more than you. So she doesn't need you.
Right.
So therefore, there's men out here that depend on women. It's not necessarily men have to do a lot. They just might not do enough.
M- Most women, if they're making that type of money, they want a guy that makes equal or more.
I mean, not
Women love.
necessarily. Think about it like this.
Stop the cap.
My girlfriend wants to be a doctor, right?
Okay.
Which means she's going to make over 100K a year, right?
Okay.
I'm a cop. I won't reach
Okay.
100K until I don't know, maybe say I get promoted, add another 5 years in there maybe, and a whole bunch of extra jobs. I mean, I can make 100K this year just off my 60K salary plus extra job. I don't make 60K, but I'm just making up numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Plus extra jobs, and I'm good, make 100K, but I have to work harder for it,
Right.
right? But we're still two women.
Yeah,
Still two
and
women.
that's different. That's different because what I've seen is when you have a female relationship, the more feminine female will let the masculine female slide with a certain shit that she wouldn't let a guy slide with.
No.
The
Hmm.
equality, everybody needs to be equal, right?
Yeah,
That
that's what they
also
say.
that also killed dating.
That's what they
Uh,
say.
well, that's the movement that's out there right now, the third wave feminist movement. So that movement is based off of equality, and so when it comes to dating, the first date, the man's supposed to pay, the man's supposed to pick the restaurant, the man's supposed to,
So let's translate that into the LGBT world, because that's my
right.
world.
That's
I
what I
can't
wanted
I
to.
can't really speak on men too much. I ain't dated a man since ninth grade, since 2009. So I can't really speak on men too much. But if you translate that into the lesbian lifestyle, girly girls, aka femmes, they want and desire a lot from the masculine dominant stud female, right?
Right,
So this is my house I'm in right now, right?
right,
Femmes expect you to have your life together. They expect you to be the breadwinner. They expect you to take them on dates. They expect you to be the breadwinner. Granted, it doesn't always work like that because, like I said, my girlfriend about to be a doctor. She gonna make more money than me easily off top, right? But I
right.
don't care. You have to be an insecure person to care, right? So they expect you to be that dominant person no matter what. Just like they would expect a man to be the breadwinner, you know, they expect you to do more.
Now I've heard differently,
Well, you hearing it from the horse's mouth. I've been
and
doing this for a
it was
long time.
it was from more equality females. They were lesbians, but they were also, I can do anything a man can do. Women can do anything a man can do. So when the
Hmm.
conversation got on dating, who courts who, she was like, oh, it's equal. We 50-50. It ain't no one person do this, ain't no one person do that. And then I'm like, the girl was bi. So she also dated men. And the question was, are you 50-50 with men? Oh, hell no. Men have to pay. And,
I've
and it's
heard
like,
that.
why? Why do men have to pay? But if you go date a woman, it's 50-50.
Is that a question for me?
Yes, I want to know that. Why? What's the
So
difference?
again, I don't date men, so I can't speak on men. But when it comes to the woman aspect, my life is 50-50, but it's not really 50-50, if that makes sense.
It doesn't make sense at all. Because you got
So
numbers, you got 50 and you got 50, or you got
so
49 and
I
51.
desire my partner to give me 50-50 of everything except money, right? I need 50% of love, 50% of effort, 50% of all this other stuff, right? But when it comes to money, if I make more and I know you don't have it, I'm gonna put it up, you know? So, like this house, my mortgage. Let's say my mortgage is $2,000, and I'm just making
Right,
up a number because it's not $2,000. People be
right,
in my business on TikTok, but my mortgage is $2,000. I don't expect you to come into my house, live in my house, and pay $1,000 worth. You know, I expect you to come in. I pay the mortgage. You pay the small bills. Small bills are
mm,
never gonna equal up to 2,000, right? You got a
right.
light bill, electric, gas, blah blah blah. That doesn't equal 2,000, regardless of how you put it. So I think on my end of the spectrum, 50-50 is not including money. 50-50 is effort, time, all that extra love language stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So there lies a difference, and it depends on the person. So I don't know. I don't
Every
expect you to we to go on a date and I always pay because I don't always pay. I might forget my card at home on purpose just to see if you got it.
that's a female tactic.
Yeah, like just to see if you got it. I don't want to pay for all the dates. That's for damn sure. But I'm okay with putting more money up when it comes to stuff like that, especially if I make more.
Well, I tell, going back to the first date, I believe for a first date, you
Uh
only
huh.
go grab coffee, which is like That's even sketchy. You know what I mean? It depends on how much of a good girl she seems like she is. Or you just take her for drinks, make her buy the first round, and if you are triggered with that, leave a comment. Yes, make her buy the first round. Make her show that
On the
she's
first date?
on the first date. Make her show that she's financially
So
invested,
now
just
that
like
leads
you
me
are.
to ask you, how do you make a woman pay for the first date?
First round's on you. Do you have a problem? If so, we don't have to go.
The statement is cool.
And that's it's just that simple. But it's only one drink, and if it's good conversation, the next three are on me. The next, if we go somewhere else, everything else is on me. If the
Okay,
first
but
drink,
once she offers that first time, then what?
that
What
if she's worth it, then there might be a second date.
but what happens to the second date? Who pays for the second date?
Then that's on the guy. Then the guy takes control. Hey, look, this is where we going. This is what we doing. Welcome to my world.
Who pays for the third date?
That's too many dates now. Damn.
That's what I'm saying.
How
What
many
order are
dates?
you really going in? Because what difference does it make who pays, long as both of y'all are paying for dates? You
Okay.
initiate, you pay.
Third date will happen if the smash session has taken place.
If the who?
Smash session. Would you like me to elaborate
The
on that
smash session.
terminology?
So the point of this talk today is to speak on that little clip that Brittany Renner had, right?
Yes.
And the guy said men are getting into relationships for the reason of sex, right? Why is sex y'all's reason for relationships? What if she's
First off,
slow? Like what if she's slow in the head?
first off, he did not say we get into relationships for sex. He said men on a balance of probability, men want sex. Men are sexual creatures. I believe we know that, but that's biological. I mean, look at the way our species is set up. How how many children can a woman bring to terms in a year?
You tell me statistics.
One, one, and if they are have blessed with twins, they can bring two. But most women that get pregnant and they can only have a child in 1 year term. How many children can a man have in 1 year?
That's endless. But
Right.
that's not true that women can only have one child within a year. You probably haven't seen when women have 2 to 3 babies within the same year, just different times. That is a thing.
It take
Have you ever
9 months
heard
to
of it? Because
spread
I just
life.
watched the TikTok of it the other day. The lady was pregnant. She didn't know she was having twins. She had one. She was still cramping for another 6 weeks. Then boom, another baby came out.
See, that's different. That's the same egg. That's the same womb, just a baby born so many weeks apart.
So
I'm
I would
talking
say the
about
max. I would say the max a woman can have kids within a year is at least three,
at
maybe
least
four or
three.
five if they
Now,
have it
yeah,
all
if
at
she one of
once.
those, if she one of those Octomom surrogate type, lab rat projects. But let's talk about, I mean, what you really see when you go to your calls, because y'all know you do your domestic disturbance calls. When you get your family disturbance, women can only have one child. A man can have multiple. And the reason that, and I say that to say this, it's inherent in our nature to just want to release this energy that we have. We pierce back in the day, men used to procreate. Only the strong survive. If you were
Mm.
weaker, you didn't get the women. You didn't. Your offspring were not born, and your bloodline died. Only the strong survive. Out of history, 90% of the women have procreated with only 20% of guys throughout history.
Okay, but that still leads me to ask, why do y'all go into it with the headspace of I'm gonna get the Uchi Wally bang? Why can't y'all worry about something else for
Like
six
what?
months? I'm gonna just put a time for 6 months. Why can't y'all worry about something else? Like I said, what if she's slow? But
What
you're
do you mean
so
slow?
worried
Like you mean
about
like mentally challenged?
just anything. What if she don't even know how to walk in life the correct way? What if she ain't got no way of, I don't know, becoming something bigger than whatever she is at the time?
That ain't got nothing to do with the smash session. See what
That's what
what
I'm
women
saying
do.
though. But y'all
I'm
be
gonna
so focused on the Uchi that y'all don't even take the time to understand the woman.
cause all that can come later. But this the thing. Women women treat sex like it's some type of magical exchange of this sacred energy, and you have to when you do it, it has to be right, candles, all this wooty woo.
No, it
Men
don't.
see,
My
men see
girlfriend just
sex.
said so men don't have self control. Got it.
Nah, that's not true. That is not true at all.
He's
Men
triggered.
see,
Up. He triggered.
men,
That's not true.
men see sex as like, a handshake. It's like a equal exchange. You
But
get
it's
this,
not
I
though.
get this. That's it. That's all it is. A workout. It's just like going to the gym, hitting a couple of push-ups. That's it.
But it's not though. Which is
What
how
is it?
these first night, one night stands become babies. It's not just a handshake. It's a
And we,
very intimate thing that could possibly turn into a forever bond, unfortunately or fortunately.
or it could just be a one night stand, and then that's it. You just don't remember her name the next day. You don't have to make everything so magical and so over the top.
I agree.
6 months, 6 months, and you know what's going to
I just
happen?
put 6 months on it though, so you can learn the woman. It doesn't have to be 6 months, but how long does it really take you to learn somebody?
Well, it depends on what's the goal. Now that I'm trying to make her my main chick, my woman, yes, I'm gonna vet her for at least 6 months to a year. Yes, of course. But if it's just, oh, you got on a low crop top and some short shorts and your booty hanging out, I don't care about what color flowers you want. I don't care what you did last summer. You showing your sexual beauty. You're showing it. You know it's beautiful. You know it's sexual. You know men are going to look at it, and then women will post a picture with their ass in 90% of the picture, and then have the caption, "Why are men thirsty?"
Okay, so basically, what you're saying is based on what she wears, that leads you to believe she only wants sex.
All right, speaking for men, yes. If you wear the cop's uniform and I just got robbed, guess what I'm going to do when I see you in a cop uniform? I'm going to say, hey, cop, I just got robbed. Come help me. Hey, you think I'm a cop just because I got on this cop uniform? How dare you? If
I
you wear
mean,
a
hey,
cop,
some security guards do look like cops.
and people will mistake them for cops, right? So if you wear the uniform, people might mistake you. So if
So
you
because
wear
she wears short shorts and a crop top because it's 98 degrees in Texas, and she posts a picture because she got her nice little ones on with a nice shirt that match. Just so happened to be a crop top. She got a nice body and want to show it. That makes
right,
her want just sex.
no, it makes her want just
Or
sex. It's
that
sexual
makes you believe that that's
Sexual
what she
attention.
wants.
Yes, sexual attention. Yes, yes, indeed. So,
Mm-hmm.
are you saying that females that are physically developed nicely needs to show their body off
No,
because
I'm
they have it?
saying if I worked out and worked hard for this body, you gonna see it.
That's cool. That's great. Do it. You made the work, but you have to understand that's gonna come with backlash.
But there's nothing wrong with you looking. It becomes a problem when you only think that's all she wants.
It ain't. It's not.
Or when you generalize it as she posting this, so I'm gonna go get it type stuff. Instead of thinking like, dang, she's beautiful. Let me go talk to her and see what happens. You're thinking, I just want to smash.
Ladies, I'm gonna go ahead and this is a message to my lady audience. If you post the prostitute outfit picture, you're going to get prostitute responses. So no man is going to see a woman.
And then that leads us to women. That leads us to blocking y'all. And then y'all be like, she stuck up. I don't know why she blocked me.
Hey, when you block them, it don't matter what they think. So once you block them, it don't even matter what they think.
It do matter
So
what they think. Men still gonna talk about it.
yeah, of course, but who cares? You don't hear it because you're not seeing them. You blocked them.
But
Now
then you still think in your mind like she just wanted sex. She just wanted that. I want that from her because
we
she's
don't
wearing this.
we don't think that that's all she want, but we do think that that's what she's about. Like
Because of what she's wearing.
if you go to your page, I would think you're about traveling, career, and photographing. And then if some other people pay, I got a cousin, you go to her page, it's about her business, candles. She make candles. Her girls have a podcast, a streaming podcast. That's what her page is about. But you go to some of these girl pages, and it's legit, straight up ass, cleavage, uh, camel toe shots, sexual tongue shots, And they say it's something simple. Oh, I just wanted to post, me at the beach. Yeah, but you half naked and all of your
What do you
pictures.
wear at the beach?
Hey, you.
What do you wear at the beach? If I can wear it at the beach, I can wear it wherever the hell I want to wear it, right?
If you wear this at the beach is different. If you use this to cover yourself up, the attention that you're seeking is a lot different. And this is
But
what I
maybe
want
they just
women.
think it's cute.
They think it's cute, but we as men, we think it's, hey, she's promoting sex. So, I am the consumer. She's promoting the product. I am going to, if I'm hungry, I'm going to go
And
after
then
what
what
I see.
happens? So let's put it in a scenario form. So you
Okay.
say she's promoting sex, right?
Right.
So what happens when she's promoting that sex and then you try to talk to her? She denies you because that's not what she was looking for. She just wanted to
Right.
post a picture simply because she has every right to do so on Instagram, Facebook, wherever she posted. So now what? What do you think about her?
What I think is that she's confused, but that's it.
She's confused.
Yes, because
Most
you're
men think
you're
women like that are stuck up.
stuck up. Stuck up is when I hear stuck up, I'm thinking of somebody who dad is a high time lawyer, somebody who dad's a doctor, somebody who comes from money, somebody that look at other people
That
as
ain't true. There's stuck up women out here working at a call center. And
I don't.
very average. They just get their nails done and their feet done real cute, keep their hair done, and they stuck up.
It's not really stuck up. It's just that they think they're here, but their sexual market value is actually here. But there's no positive males in their life to tell them that, and that's a big problem with a lot of our modern females. But you know what? We're going to go to the next question because, as you can see, this could go on forever. So,
Mm-hmm.
next question is a good one. Read it out to you to the audience for me,
Next
please.
question: should women stay after being cheated on?
Uh
This is
oh.
my question.
Hold on. I feel the triggers happening now. So
And who?
I I just feel trigger energy coming. So
Should women? What was the question? Bring it up again. Let me
let's
read it
bring
one
it
more
up again.
time.
All
Should
right.
women stay after being cheated on? Y'all TikTok comment what y'all think.
Now, before we just because that's a very big ambiguous question. So let's break it down. You dating a guy, 3 months, 6 months, you find out he talking to other girls, right? You haven't put any time in. No, you don't stay. You don't stay. You don't stick around. You already see the bullshit. But I think it is funny how women will be in love with the guy. The guy loves her. He slips up. She leaves him
Not
and then
slip
gets
up.
with another guy
It
who
ain't
doesn't
slip
love
up.
her. Hold on. Let me finish. She'll get with another guy that doesn't love her. She doesn't love him, and she still get cheated on by this dude. So why leave somebody that you love, that loves you, to get with somebody that don't and is going to do the same thing?
Well, that's a whole different question. The question is, should women stay? Bring it up again. I want to read it to the T how I wrote it. The question is, should women stay after being cheated on? So you're basing it off of love. What
Right,
else? Love
right.
don't keep me. So what else?
I mean, if it's a husband, if you got time, you got kids together. If
Kids don't
if
keep me.
Yeah, but I mean, that's
You
the
ain't heard them
problem
say this
now.
F them kids.
See, that's the problem now. We're so quick to lead to break up a family and have the kids out here with one parent, sharing parent custody, all of this bullshit
But whose
because
fault is that?
it doesn't
It
matter.
matters. It
It
does matter.
doesn't matter. So you saying if a man doing what he's supposed to do, he take care of the household, the woman, like you said, she paying the light bill, she paying the trash bill, whatever. She not really doing, not doing much, but she taking care of. Kids taken care of. Not one for nothing. He go out to Vegas with his boys because one of them getting married, and the stripper give him some head in the bathroom. Now he should lose his entire family.
Yep.
He done.
Yep. Self
Done.
discipline.
Over with. Relationship
Self-discipline.
done. Child is now with a single mother. You out there on the street, and that is the problem we
We
have.
ain't. First of all, let's speak on me. We ain't gonna be out on the street. So let's talk about. I can only speak on my relationship. First of all, if you go to if the storyline is I'm at home with the kids, or my girlfriend's at home with the kids,
Right.
I go to Vegas with my boys, my friends, and okay, let me put it in the male and female terms because a lot of people don't understand lesbian relationships.
Right.
So let's say Janet is at home with the kids. Michael goes to Vegas with his homeboys. Michael slips up, as you call it, slips up. He actually fucks up, but Michael slips up and gets whatever this oral thing from a woman that he doesn't even know,
Right.
comes back home and tells you, or doesn't come home and tell you, and you find out, you don't think he should be left.
No, God, no.
Why? Because it was a mistake.
No, it wasn't a mistake. Because if it went in there, then it wasn't a mistake. But you just said it. Oh, somebody he don't know. Men could literally not know this woman's name.
So that makes it right
age.
because he didn't know her.
It makes it easier to process. So, and I say this: look, when a woman cheats, it's horrible. It's like it's premeditated murder. You can't get away with it. It's over. It's done. The world is based off of double standards. Nope. Women have so many standards that men don't have that is good for them. But when there's a double standard that's against them,
men don't believe in standards. A lot of men don't believe in standards, which is what you just said.
That's not
true. They
go
to Vegas, they get sucked off by a stranger, and come home and think it's okay because you don't have no standards with yourself. No. Why are you letting a complete stranger touch on you? She might have something.
That's how men are. That's the different. Men and women are different. Ladies, if you hear me talking, men and women are different. Exactly. We are very, very different. We move differently. We see the world differently. Now,
I think a lot of men move stupidly. That's what I think.
Why do you say that?
Because just like you said, he went to Vegas and got touched by a complete stranger. That is the stupidest thing you can do. Because now you're going to bring, first of all, let's put this into perspective. You go do this with a complete stranger. She done had herpes, whatever she got in her mouth. Put it on you. You come back home, didn't even tell your wife. Now you got your wife burning. She goes to the doctor, see what she got, and all of a sudden she got HIV from you, and now you got to tell her the truth. You still think she should stay?
Now we're jumping to the extremes.
So, I'm just saying.
So in your extreme STD, herpes, AIDS, syphilis, life story.
I'm just saying.
I just looked up the top 10 killers of humans. Herpes and AIDS were not even on the list.
So we're just supposed to deal with herpes and AIDS because you think it's okay.
Or you can just not get herpes and AIDS because most people.
Or the man can just keep his business at home and not cheat.
Well, okay. So you saying that men, like, monogamy is like a normal biological thing? You really think that monogamy?
I'm not saying anything is a normal biological thing. I'm saying it's very possible with self-discipline.
Name another mammal that practiced monogamy out in the wild, in the wilderness.
I don't know all that.
It's easy. It's easy. It's easy. You know how many?
Hey, that ain't got nothing to do with the human form. At the end of the day, if you have
self-discipline, we are still animals.
If you have self-discipline, you can leave it at home.
So who do you think cheat more, men or women?
Both.
How can they both cheat more than each other?
I think it's very equal. It just depends on who we're talking about and what happens.
Hold on, ladies, gentlemen, you heard that. She said we cheat equally, but who gets called out, who gets left, who gets held accountable for cheating more?
I think they both do. It just depends on who we're talking about. I don't date men, so I don't know. But at the end of the day, I still feel like cheating is very equal. We can all, statistics say women or men cheat more or women cheat more, and women just do it a lot slicker than men, blah, blah, blah. Women cheat, women lie, men cheat, men lie. But at the end of the day, if you can't keep it at home, the question says, should women stay after being cheated on? The answer is no, in my opinion.
So what should they do? What should women do after the love of their life cheats on them?
Get that bread, get that.
What does that
men.
mean? What does that mean for the modern female to get that bread? Everybody can't be a cop now. You got to understand. You're getting the bread. Is you're a cop? You're a soldier? You're a business owner? That's you. You're already above the curve. So let's bring it back down here to normies. Now, how do normies that work at CVS, work at Walmart? They probably went to school. They probably got their communications degree or their sociology degree or their flower identifying degree.
It's still the
Maybe
same. I don't see, that's the thing, just like I just said, men don't have standards. Some women, not all, some women actually set standards for themselves.
yeah.
So
This
if your standard goes into a relationship and say, I'm not staying with no man because he cheats, and when he cheats on me, then let that be your standard and that's it. Once it's done, it's done.
and you know what'll happen?
What?
She'll look at her life when she's 55. Every man that she got with will have been and cheated on her, and she'll be single with a dog.
Not necessarily, because it also could be the woman as well, which is why she's getting cheated on. There's nothing wrong with that. But now it's time to look at yourself in the mirror and figure out what's wrong with you, fix it, and then look for a man that's gonna give you everything that your standard list says. Everybody don't cheat at the end of the day.
That's true. That's true. And do you think that first off, most men can cheat? That's one thing. Most men don't get sex. And that's what women don't realize. Most guys are not sexually active. They can't just get on their phone and just go into their DMs and have somebody come over that same night. Most dudes have to wife up the girl that they with. Most guys. Most
The
guys are
below
forced
average
into
guys.
monogamy.
The below average guys. Yes.
Average guys, the average Joe, your average Joe has to deal with this new standard that men have to the standard you were talking about. Women's standards have gotten too high,
I mean,
way
let
too
me
high.
let me hit on that. That's just like my best friend. I literally sat on the phone with her for like an hour going over her what she expects out of me in list. And we literally broke down. Uh, Somebody said what the guy is saying so far. He not talking right. And what he said about you.
That's what's up.
But
That's what's up. I like it.
her list was too much. Right? It was, he has to be tall. He has to be dark. He has to be this. He has to be that. And I'm like, okay, well, what if he's not tall, dark, and handsome? What if he's average, medium tone, and cute? Just cute. An average 6. But he takes you out on dates, pays for the dates, has a house, has a car, has a career, has everything else. So it's not necessarily you settling, it's what all on your list is debatable versus what's not debatable. So that's when you go into a different conversation as well, because let's say what, you're 30, how old?
35.
You're 35, I'm 26. At the age of 35, you're expecting a lot more from women than I'm expecting of somebody from 26. You know, I'm not expecting you to have it all together. I'm not expecting you to have a career. I'm not expecting you to be in your walk of life, right? At 35, you're expecting her to be in her career. You need to have a car. You might have kids, you might not. If you don't have kids at 35, thank God. I need you, right?
First off, let me speak on that. Men, if she has a kid already, keep on moving.
At
Keep on
35?
moving. At 21, if she
Oh,
has a child, continue to move on. Men,
20, I mean, 21 with a kid in 2020. What year we in?
2022.
2022. It seems to be the typical standard, but it's not necessarily something that you have to deal with. I think at 21 with a kid, that is too young. And I wouldn't force myself in that style of a relationship at the age of 21.
20, 25, 27, 28, 20. If she has a child, continue to move forward. Especially if you're looking for something out of life, if you want like a good life, stable, none of the bullshit, go ahead and find you a woman that's younger with no kids.
What's wrong with a woman with kids at 20 something?
I'm gonna tell you right now, if you get with a woman with kids, you're never gonna be number one. You'll never be the king. Period.
I mean, the child is always the child. The woman is always going to put her child over her current
Right. So
boyfriend.
you never. I'm telling you, I was in that. A stepdad is the worst
But who
job.
do
It
you
is the
put? Who
thankless
do
job.
you put ahead? Like, do you put your kids first or your girl first?
In my
Now, at the age of
household,
35.
it goes the king, the queen, prince, princess. So, and this is how I say it. I always tell my girls. So if we're in a zombie apocalypse and we have to walk from El Paso to Dallas, to pick up family. If we have to walk, cars don't work, just like in the shows, right? When we're walking through the wilderness, I'm in the front, the children are in the middle, and then my woman is at the back.
That's a
The
different
head,
order than you just gave, though. You said
yep,
you heard kids.
that's how it rolls. That's how it falls down in the hierarchy. So the leader is at the front, leading the way. Second in command is at the back, securing the rear, and the innocent ones, the ones that are least likely to help you out, they're in the middle.
So
Which
basically,
are
you
the
put your
children.
kids before your girl.
No. In that order when you're walking, but when it comes to hierarchy in the house,
Hmm.
it's king, queen, prince, princess.
So you
Period.
put your sons over your daughters?
Yes, my daughter will bring the plates to the table for her brothers. Yes, of course. She will set
I
the
don't know. I
table.
think in my household, everybody, my kids
Yeah.
come first in the house. My kids' well being come first. The well
And
being
that
of my kids are going to come first because
and
they
that
didn't ask to be here.
that's true, but that's where we've messed up at. Because back in the day, it was always about your dad ate first. The dad was the head of the household. The male did this, the male did that. The children came after. The children didn't even sit at the table with them. They had their own table because children were not supposed to be seen or heard. I mean, they're supposed to be seen, not heard. Children are not supposed to be in the room with grown folks. Children are supposed to be in children business. That's
That's
how it
back in the
used to
day,
be.
though. Let's talk about now.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Just because, okay, so social norms don't adhere to reality. Just because nowadays women want to be first, they want to be the head of the household, or they want it just to be them and the children. That's still not how it works.
But
We
most women don't want to be in a be single mothers. It just happens
so
like that.
so why are they so quick to leave the man that they're with if they
The
don't want to
question
be honest?
was, should women stay if a man cheats? My
Right.
answer is no. It's not that we're quick to leave. It's just that how much are you going to tolerate? What will
Who
you
get up?
tolerate just for the sake of we got kids together? We've been together for 10 years. We've been doing this. We've been doing. You can literally scratch all that shit and go date somebody for 6 months and get the same, if not better quality. Plus,
And
they don't cheat.
and that's the problem right there.
How's
And
that the
I
problem?
don't know
That's the
why
solution.
women think there is a unlimited supply of guys that they can just jump out there in the world and just let me go back in my guy bag. I
No,
had
it's
one
not.
guy
I
for
didn't
20
say that.
years.
I didn't say that. I said you can leave a relationship that you've been in for so long and you got so much out of to go get better if the man cannot stay at home and keep his self discipline in order.
You might get somebody different. It's not always better. Different doesn't mean better.
I mean, like I said, I set a standard. I made a list for my best friend. Some stuff we had to scratch off the list or modify on the list. It ain't got to be perfect to the list, but it can be damn near close without the cheating. It
You
ain't
want to
got
hear
to be
some truth?
perfect.
You want to hear some male truth?
What?
And this is a secret that men know. Um, there's certain men, women will make rules for beta men, but they'll break rules for alpha men. So that whole list, you got to be this and that. When the right guy that tickles her fanny walks in the room, her list goes out the door.
Not every
Out the door.
woman. Not
Mo-
every woman. This
Most of
girl
them,
just said, for me, it will be more of a trust issue. Regardless if I forgave, it will always be a thought when he leaves from my side. And there lies the problem. I don't want you to go to Walmart and I'm thinking you going to a chick house because I want to stay just for the kids. Like, it's not worth it.
so
That's a woman putting herself through mental things, you know?
if a man cheats on a woman, most of the time it's her fault.
Shut up, please.
I'm gonna say this again: if a man
No.
cheats on a woman, most of the time it's probably her fault. But you
No,
know
when a
what?
man cheats on a woman, it's 100% his fault because you have to have that self discipline. You have to have that self control. If you can't
So,
keep your thing in your pants, that's
so
on
what
you,
happens when
baby.
the roles are reversed? When you
What you
have a
say?
woman who was pushed into the arms of another man. Or
I already
revenge
said
cheating.
women cheat, men cheat. Women lie, men lie. It's 50-50. I don't care how you spin it, how you try to say men do it more and women just don't get caught or they more slick. No, they both do it. So at the end of the day, it ain't no if the roles were reversed. If I was a dude and my girl cheated on me,
She
same
done.
thing. She
She
gotta
done.
go.
But that's different though.
That's not different. It's just
I'm
like
gonna
if
tell
I'm a
you why.
girl and my man cheat on me, he gotta go.
I'm gonna tell you why it's different.
Why?
When females cheat, they have to cheat. They have to be there emotionally, mentally. So a female will cheat
Not
months
necessarily. Some
before.
women are just literally. I can't say it on TikTok, but some women are HORNY, literally.
Okay, so if they just get that way and then they just want to go have sexual encounters, then you don't want that as a girl. You don't want that as your girl. That's somebody that's
Then
three
leave.
or
That's what
four.
I'm saying.
That's three or
Leave.
four action. But I'm saying if you got a girl that you love, respect, admire, trust, she cheat on you, it's over. There is no because she's done. She's checked out. You have fucked up so bad that she is done with the relationship. She probably was done months ago, but guys really just don't know it. She
This girl
started playing
said.
Mary J. Blige and shit in the car.
This
And
girl said. Then why commit?
because, like I said, most men don't have access to sex, so you have to be forced into monogamy. If guys could, if you
Nah.
give an average guy, that guy you was talking about, that'll take you out, take you on dates, that'll pick you up, buy you flowers and shit. If you get that guy $1 million, a Lamborghini, a blue check mark on Instagram, I guarantee you the type of women and the amount of women that he have changes instantly. If men could have it, they would have multiple women with no attachments to it. Most men would like to live that lifestyle, but most cannot. They
Most
have to be
women like
monogamous.
it's just the same. I don't set standards for sexual. I don't set standards for men and women and make them different. It's the same thing with women. If you put women in a space to be popular, get money, she's gonna have options. If you put men in a place to be popular and get money, he's gonna have options. It's
Not
all
true.
about what you do with that option, though.
Not true. And I'm gonna tell you why it's not true. As a man gets older, gets more financially mature, his his dating pool opens up because now he's more attractive to more women. But when a woman makes more money, her dating pool closes because if I'm making $100,000 as a woman, as a man, you gonna have to make $100,000 or more. And
I don't
how
think her
many?
dating pool. I don't think the dating pool closes. I think her standards change.
No, and with sorry, with changing standards, that means you cut out most more people. And one of the
You
standards,
cut out that though. It ain't
one
that
of,
the dating pool is shrinking. You're shrinking it because your standards are changing. When
like
I
I
make a
said,
$100,000, I don't necessarily want somebody that makes $25,000. Now you make 60K, cool, whatever. 25, no, but the standard changes. It's just a
and
standard.
that's the difference between men and women. I
No, it's the
can make
same for men. Doctors.
no, no, no,
Doctors
no, no,
don't
no,
want
no,
to
no,
date a call center worker necessarily. They don't want to
bullshit,
date a Chick-fil-A worker necessarily.
bullshit.
What you gonna
Listen
date
to
them just
me.
because of Uchi good?
Listen to me. Listen to guy. This is heterosexual straight guy. If a guy is making money, if he got fame, he got status, whatever. If a guy has it, he can still date that fine ass girl from Chick-fil-A. Period. It don't matter.
Ain't nothing wrong with people that work at Chick-fil-A, but his
No, I'm just
standards are going to change.
what I'm telling you is a guy doesn't care. When a guy makes money, he doesn't care what kind of money the girl has. He
Yes,
doesn't
they
care.
do.
How you gonna tell me?
Yes,
How
I
you
have
gonna tell me,
friends that
guy?
are very successful. Yes, they do. They
If a
care.
guy if a guy cares about a woman's how much money she bringing in her career, that's a red flag. Why are you worried about that? Because as the old people say, your money is your money. Her money is her money. We know that a woman ain't finna spend no her money on us. When women get money, that money is for them and their children. And they may, they moms and shit like that. But most women don't just go out here and spend money on their man. They
This
don't.
girl said, "Who wants a woman/man with no self-respect?" And then we got two more comments that said exactly the standard will change and definitely will change. They care. That's from
Women care.
women.
Yeah, women care when they make more money. Their standard.
Men care.
No, men don't. Matter of fact, if
And
I'm
stop
making
going
more money,
backwards. We have to speak on now. We have to
let's-
speak on the level of education we have now, the level of careers we have now. Back then, we didn't have all the stuff we got now. You know,
yeah,
we
but
didn't have
that
software
doesn't.
engineers making $150,000 a year. We didn't have I don't know, whatever, making all of this money, all of these nice cars, all of these AMG, BMW, Benz, and all of this stuff out here now. You know, we didn't have all of that. So we have to speak on now. The standard will definitely change.
Social norms do not adhere to reality, Keyshawn. No matter
Even
how,
in the reality of it, I'm not finna be in, let me say, a $500,000 house and got a whole doctor career, lawyer career, and be looking for the average woman. I'm looking for someone either a little below my standard or right at my level or above.
and again, like I said, that's a female mindset.
No, that's men too.
Men,
Ain't no men finna settle just cause your booty big and
no.
your
It's not
body
about that.
nice
It's not
and
about
you
that. You
making
got to understand.
$20,000 a year.
You have to understand. It's in our nature. It's inherent in our nature to want to take care of someone.
I want to take care of
Most,
people too. That's in my nature
but
too,
that's
even
not
as a
most
woman.
females. That's not most females. You got to understand. You are a cop, soldier, business
That has
owner.
nothing to do with that though.
Yes,
I've
it
been taking
do.
care. I've been taking care of my significant others even before I became a cop, an army person,
That
had
is
businesses.
you. You are the
But
exception
I'm a
to the
woman.
rule. Yeah,
I'm
but
a woman
come
at
on
the end
now.
of the
Let's
day.
stop the cap. Most women,
I'm a woman at the end of the day.
most women are not going to go be a cop. Most women are not going to date women. They're going to date men. Most women are not going to be a soldier. So let's take you out and let's just talk about regular females with regular
I'm a
guys.
regular female.
Okay, I'm
So
gonna bring it regular down. You got somebody working, let's say a manager at a call center, right? A manager at AT&T. Say he making $50,000 to $60,000, right? That's what this guy's making. With that, he can live a comfortable life. House, he can get him a car, he can travel if you want. He
how
can
much
live
he
a
making a
comfortable
year?
life. 50, 60. If he wants to, that's comfortable. You can live comfortably with that because the
$50,000,
average
$60,000 a year.
the average man makes at least like $40,000 a year. The average American male makes $40,000 a year. So yes,
Mm-hmm.
you're above average. You can live comfortably in the suburbs. But his woman, she can work at McDonald's. Doesn't matter. He got the house. It doesn't matter.
No, it does matter. It does matter. There's no way I'm finna be in a freaking house paying all these bills, working hard in my doctor career, dating someone from, I don't know, below my average, I'll just say, because I don't want to put anybody in the standard of below average, because first of all, Chick-fil-A managers and all of that make good money. So just like this girl just said, the Chick-fil-A worker is not invited everywhere he goes and maybe can only be around certain people. Jazz said exactly. They don't understand the jokes, the dress. It will cause an issue.
What does that mean? The jokes in the dress. What does that mean?
Jazz, elaborate on what you mean the jokes in the dress. If I had to go off of what she's trying to say is they don't understand the level of where he's at. There's different kind of conversations at the top.
Okay, that
You
makes
having
sense.
a whole different conversation. You talking about a whole different level of stuff at the top.
Right. That's why I want to keep it average because average women think they're better than average men. They think they
Average
deserve
women
better.
think they're better than the average man.
They think they deserve
There's too many
above
average
average.
men out here that think they cute as hell and
Okay,
don't want to respond to DMs just like women.
why does that? When did being cute matter? Why do women care of the physical attraction of a man more than what he can do?
Would you date somebody ugly?
Me? No, I wouldn't date an ugly female.
So
But
why do men care about
if
the
I was a
attraction that women
female,
have based
if
off?
I was a female, I would be. If I was a female, I would care more for security, provision, leadership. Stuff that can get me. Because if I'm a woman, I'm following you. So if you cute, but you don't know how to fucking change a tire, if you don't know how to pay a bill, what that matter? You got tattoos on your neck that might be attractive, but that ain't gonna help you out when you need it.
This
That's
girl called you a clown.
that's what. Hey, that's cool, man. That's cool.
And
Tell her
Jazz
what.
said
Ask her
average
what
men
wrong.
be hyped up into thinking they cute and they not. And then somebody else said a man should care about those things too.
Why?
Because men should. There's standards. Just like I said earlier, standards.
Okay, this is what you don't understand. We have to go through a lot more than y'all have to go through in a relationship.
How?
A lot though. Because we have to have it all, or
No,
we
you
have to
don't.
bring it all. And then if somebody comes along that have more than we have, you could be gone just like that.
Well, it sounds like you're insecure and you need to get your stuff right.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Or it just sounds like how
Because
me is real.
just like
All right, look at it like this. So what you saying out of y'all logic right now,
mm-hmm.
there is no need for men to date. It is men. Your life would be better if you were single. Out of this logic, men, stay single. Stay single until you find a female that is fit, friendly, feminine, submissive, and available. That's all
Yeah.
men want.
I honestly agree with that statement. Men stay single until you find somebody that meets your standards. And if
That's it.
men don't have standards, you need to set some.
But
Because there
that's
ain't
it.
no way
That's
you
all.
walking around in the world right now with no standards.
That's it. That's the only standards men have. Feminine, fit, friendly, submissive, and available. That's it. So if you
You
got
need
this,
more.
why? Why? That's the thing. We don't
Because
need all that. Y'all need all that.
what happens when that stuff runs out? Hold on,
It
I got
don't.
it. Men need standards. And if men don't have standards, they need to set some. Because there's no way you're allowing yourself to basically settle. Because that's exactly what you're doing. You're settling because what'd you say you want a woman to have?
Feminine, fit, friendly, submissive, and available. I don't think that's settled. I
Feminine,
think
fit,
that's
friendly, submissive, and available. Did I miss
yes,
one?
yes. That's it.
Oh, I'm good at this. Cop brain.
Because
Feminine,
it's not.
fit, submissive.
It's not. The standard is not this long as two-paragraph list. It's just five things. That's it. Five things. Don't be a hoe. Be able to have my children and be available when I need you. God damn, how hard is that?
So
Don't be annoying. Don't be lame. Don't be a hoe.
let's go back. Remember when you said the doctor's only party? Jazz said she's invited. Who
See,
would
and
have a doctor's only party? Wait.
that that's why we
Then when
want to
you
talk about your
said
personal relationship.
then when you said she goes to the party and it's not really a party, she said, "So now I'm a liar?" Question mark. Then the therapist, her, said he needs some therapy to process his previous relationships because he has not mentally passed.
There we go. There go that sign language I was talking
Hold
about. Go
on. Somebody else says he has trust issues or a lack of something.
ahead.
Jazz says through proper development stages, that's all. Somebody said what the world. Somebody said he never healed. And Jazz said
Who
trust
hurt you?
issues, lack of self-control, and what they say? Primitive thinking.
You read primitive thinking. There go that there it is, that misogynistic type. Oh yeah, he's got that toxic masculinity. So that's good. I like that sign language. Do you know what that stands for? Sign language.
Tell me.
It's four letters. It's shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. So that those comments, they either shame, they're guilt, they're an insult, or they just need to be right. But what I'm doing, this is a platform where men can speak freely. And that's it. This is just stuff that we can't say in the real world because it'll get you canceled. You'll get fired for speaking like this at your job. You can't you can't hold women accountable anymore in 2022. Accountability is like kryptonite to most females.
I think accountability comes with the type of female you're talking to. At the age of 26, a lot of women don't know about accountability. I mean, I do. But at the age of 35, if you're not talking to women that's not accountable, you need to set that standard and they don't need to be in your life.
Most women will not hold themselves accountable. It's
And there
always
goes the
somebody else's
standard. You as a man need to have a standard for yourself. If that woman
problem.
cannot hold herself accountable,
This is why I have this platform. This is
mm-hmm.
why I have this platform to say these things. Hey, guys, if she's putting the blame on everybody else, that's a red flag. If you meet a girl and she only has negative things to say about her ex, that's a red flag. If you meet a girl who did nothing wrong, if you ask a woman, what did you do to contribute to the breakup?
And that's funny you said
Nothing.
that. That's funny you said that because I just told my partner, my homeboy, he's a guy.
Right?
He's 30 years old and hasn't been in the dating world for like 2 years, 3 years. And I literally told him that statement last night. Ask that girl you're talking to now what happened with her last relationship. Once she tells you, ask her what did she do in the relationship and what could she have done better. If she says nothing, then no. If she says exactly what she should have done better, she's taking accountability, then yes, keep talking to her because obviously she has knowledge of herself, right?
But let's
So,
be honest.
huh?
How many women really would say they did something wrong in the relationship?
Then that's your standard. You need to set a standard of the type of women you will talk to. I'm not
But
talking to
that's
nobody
most
that just feel
females.
like, huh?
That's most females. Most females will say they did nothing wrong in their last relationship. Matter of
It
fact, ask that
depends.
group. Ask the group right now. Ask the chat right now. Tell them to put a one in the chat if they broke up with their last significant other and they did nothing wrong. Tell them to put a one in the chat.
He's saying if y'all, the people that's on here watching, he's saying if y'all got out of y'all last relationship and feel like y'all did nothing wrong or couldn't have changed anything, put what?
A one in the chat.
A one. A
If it
number
was
one.
totally the other person's fault, 100% the other person's fault.
And I'm going to say if you took accountability for what you could have done better in your relationships, or at least how you could have moved differently, put a two. Because I'll put a two. It's a lot of things I could have done
What did you
differently.
do differently in your last relationship?
What did I do differently?
What did you do in your last relationship that you didn't bring to this one? Because this relationship, I've been following. We've been knowing each other for years. I seen you when you was a little twerk, when you was a little bitty old thing. So I didn't seen you in some relationship, and I see this is the most. I say this is the most serious one. Like this is the one I was like, okay, right, I can see them too. But the other ones, I was like, yeah, it's only a matter of time. So what did you do differently?
And there go that statement leads me to number two for myself. I took accountability for myself. The difference between the last relationships and this relationship is communication, simply. I mean, it's as simple as that. And a lot of men don't believe that communication saves the day, but it actually does, right? So if
Yeah.
I had to point out my accountability portion is communication. The way I talk, how I talk, and when I say certain stuff, and how I say certain stuff could all change. So there lies that. You have to have better conversations.
That is
And I mean, that also goes into trusting your partner and all of that stuff too. All of that little stuff because you have to be able to trust who you with and believe that they actually are in this relationship for the right reason.
the last question.
What's the last question? Do men understand the difference between speaking with conviction and speaking with emotions?
Now
Do
you
you?
brought that up to me. You
Do
brought that
you?
up. Yes, I know the difference. Yes,
Well, earlier, let's revert back because an hour and 10 minutes ago, you said that women speak with emotions a lot.
of course. I said I know the difference. I didn't say they don't speak with emotions. Yeah, I know the difference, but most women speak with emotion, especially when they get triggered, like the women in the comment.
I don't think they're necessarily triggered. I think they're
Come
just
on.
highlighting
If you go
highlighting
to the
things.
shaming language, that is a trigger warning. It's always who hurt you, and this it can't just be, oh wow, this man is finally speaking the truth. We're hearing stuff that we normally wouldn't hear because this is the stuff that your father or your brothers or your male cousins, your uncle, this is the stuff they're supposed to tell you. But most women don't have male figures in their life. They're being raised by single mothers who are basically trying to keep them away from the men that fucked them over. So you have women that will come into the dating world already with a standard of men because of what their mother has put into their head. So, yes, I understand the difference, but most women speak with feelings. I feel. I feel. My truth.
But you just said right?
Yeah. I
Just
didn't
like
say I
Jazz
feel.
has commented, Jazz just said, nah, he's speaking on his perspective. You
On
saying
which part?
huh?
On which part?
The part of women speak with their feelings. You're
That's
speaking on
true.
your
You
perspective.
can watch any podcast with a female on there. Any just pull up a podcast or just pull up a video of a woman speaking and count how many times she says, I feel.
Well, when you're talking about a podcast, you're talking about telling people your opinion. So that's different. You're telling people, well, I feel like it's not like this. It's not necessarily that they're coming out of feelings. It's just that the conversation has to lead with, I feel like it's done like this. I feel like men do this. I feel like this.
Okay.
That's just like you saying, that's telling us your perspective, not what it
Okay,
really is.
I can say this. I can say I know that 79 to 80% of all marriages in America end in divorce. That's a statistic you can look up. But you'll have a female that'll say, "Well, I feel like that's not right, and I feel that my marriage is going to be that 20%." And it's like, okay, that you can feel that way,
That's
but
still not basing it off of how.
yes, that's
That's not basing it
feelings.
off their emotions. That's just saying I feel
That's
like my marriage
feeling.
can be different. I know my marriage can be different.
That's a feeling. You feel that way. It's emotional. You feel like you're the best person. You have the best relationship and it will never end. Nothing will ever go wrong because you feel that way. But in reality, 8 out of 10 marriages end in divorce. And out of those 80%, 80% of the time it's a female that filed for divorce.
I
These are
mean, we could talk numbers, but we can also talk just simply about the question. Do you know the difference between conviction and emotional talking?
yes, I do.
What is the difference? Because if I'm
One
telling you
is
how I feel, if I'm telling you what I think, if I'm telling you what I know, all of this extra stuff, and I'm very passionate about what I'm talking about, am I talking about my emotions or am I speaking with conviction?
if you're not listening to the message, if you're just responding off of the way it's being presented, then you're listening with emotions.
Say it again.
If you're not listening to the message, you're just listening to how the delivery is offered, then you're listening with emotions.
So basically, the original conversation was about the podcast with what's his name?
Academics, DJ Academics, Fresh and Fit,
Fresh
Brittany
and Fit.
Renner.
Fresh and Fit. So the guy from Fresh and Fit.
Myron Gaines, go ahead.
I don't know his name. I don't
Myron
watch it.
Gaines, Fresh and Fit. The description will be down below. Check it out.
So when Brittany said what she had to say to him by telling him, um, how does it make you feel by telling women they're not special? And he responded with whatever he said, and he took a pause to get his emotions together. He took a pause,
Okay.
and like I said she wasn't special, said all these things about her, and that she's like the average woman. Do you think he was speaking with emotion or conviction?
I think he was speaking off of I think he was speaking off of his. It was factual what he said, and the reason why
To
is you
who?
have to know the podcast.
But
So the
was he
only,
speaking with conviction or was he speaking off emotion? That's my
that
question.
was conviction. That was truth. What he was speaking was truth, and what
So
he
to
was
you,
saying
it
was.
was true. To me, it was emotion because what she said, it hit him too fast for him to say something back with a quickness. So to
And the
me,
reason why, let me
it was
explain. Now you
emotion.
cut me off. Let me explain. The reason why he was able to bounce back is because they do this every night on their podcast. They bring females on and they have open discussions every night. They've interviewed over thousands of women, and they're in Miami. So most of the women they meet are just like Brittany Renner.
So
If
why
you
did he
look at
take a pause? Why when she asked you, how does it make you feel when you say women aren't special? And if she tells you your setup is it sucks, your podcast
Mhm.
sucks, the name is underwhelming, all
Right.
it is, he took a pause to get his emotions together and to tell her why he felt like she wasn't special when she was like every other woman.
So you mean he did
Therefore,
this? You mean he did
emotions.
this? You mean he did this? Let me gather my thoughts. Now let me project instead of, oh, she's talking about my shit, so I'm gonna just jump on her. That's emotional. If he would have
What he
responded
responded was
immediately,
still emotional.
it was, but he was telling the truth because what
The
he was
truth to
saying.
you.
Okay, this is what he was saying. The way she is, the way she presents herself, most of the females that they bring on their show have that same mentality. Most women that they have on their show, they're all ages, different ranges, different backgrounds, but they all speak like they've all read the same book. In the game that Brittany Renner played, these women are trying to play the same game. They look at her like they look at Cardi B, like they look at the summer with the city
Because
girl
she's popular.
because
She's
she's pop.
popular.
But look how she got popular.
Based off social media. You said it yourself. Social media ruins relationships. We said that an hour and 17 minutes ago. Social
Okay,
media ruins relationships. So if
no, we
social
said
media projected her as a thotty gold digger that got a baby out of
oh
a basketball player.
oh, you blaming social media. She did all this. Social media didn't do it. She did it. She put all this there. She went down that road. Social media just gave her a platform.
But
She did it.
my question was old boy that responded to her comment.
Myron Gaines, Fresh and Fit. Check him out, YouTube.
Yeah, them. Was he speaking off of emotion or conviction? Because honestly, I don't feel like he knew what conviction was in that moment.
Why do you think he was speaking off emotion? Because he thought about what he wanted to say?
No, it's not because he let it marinate. It's because of when he marinated it, he responded with a stupid response. Like it just didn't make sense. That's
What was his
emotion to me.
response? What was his response?
So I don't want to quote it because I don't know it word for word. But him saying you're like every other woman,
Right?
You're like the average women,
right? How was that? How was that emotional?
But it's the way you project it. Like
there it is. How you say it, fellas.
How
it
you
doesn't
say
matter
it.
what
What?
is said.
No.
It's how you say it.
Let's go back. How you say it. You just said if a woman says I feel, that means she's saying it based off emotions, right? So if I change the I feel to I know, that means I'm not speaking off emotions, right?
No, because if you say I know that most marriages don't end in divorce, that's not true. Even though you don't feel that way, you think you know it, but it's still not true. If I say, hey, the fucking sky is blue,
again, we just established how you say things determines if it's based off emotions or conviction.
Negative.
Because if I change the wording to I know instead of I feel, now I'm speaking off conviction.
Yeah, but if you're saying I know, but after I know, you're still putting what you feel in there, it's still emotion. Just because you say I know and then you start talking about your feelings, it's still emotion. Now
so I'm gonna go based off how he said it, how he responded. I feel
right,
like he was speaking with his emotions. I don't feel like it was speaking with conviction because.
Do you feel like he said something wrong?
I don't necessarily think it was wrong because it was right to him. I just think how he said it could have been said differently. If she's like every other woman, that's fine. I think everybody is like every other woman. I don't give a damn who you are, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj. You just got more money. So I think you're like everybody's not typically the same, but I don't put anybody above anybody else, to say the least. I don't walk up to a famous person and say, "Oh my God, like Chris Brown, the fuck." I don't care.
Yeah, you don't care. You're not starstruck.
I just met Emmitt Smith like 6 months ago now and didn't even know who he was.
But that's okay. You're a female. You don't know who an old NFL running back is. I'm just
putting it into perspective that if I see you and you're famous and you got more money, you're still a regular person to me. I don't put anybody in a particular bubble to say, "Oh, you're better." Like you just got more dollars.
You have to give people that respect.
But I don't owe you nothing because you got money.
It's not just because you got money. I'm saying it depends on who they are and what they bring. So you can't just
because you got status.
So if you saw Obama in the street, you'd be like, "Nigga, I don't give a fuck because you was the first black president. Nigga, you just Obama."
I'm gonna shake his hand. We can take a picture and we can keep pushing.
Don't shake his hand. He's just a regular dude. You don't go around shaking regular people, dude.
I still took a picture with Emmitt Smith just to post it and tell people I ain't know
who the hell he was famous. I ain't never seen you take a picture from the nigga that walk in Walmart.
I said I ain't know who the hell this was. I would take a picture with somebody on TikTok that I just seen. Like, dang, I just met old boy. And still average.
But you took a picture with him. You wouldn't have done that with the Walmart
I believe in memories.
Yeah, with famous people.
No, I take pictures with regular people. We done took plenty of pictures
we with getting off the subject. We getting off the subject.
Us off of TikTok.
Let's get ready to wind it down. This was great. I want more of your comment, people, to speak more, because they got it seemed like they have the same talking points that most of the females out there have.
They actually have some comments right here. Okay. It says they are mad at women for doing shit they do, and it's a problem. They mad women are catching.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what you meant by catching. This guy said the way he said that sounds like it triggered your emotions. This is your emotions. I'm assuming that was when I was talking about your boy from the podcast. Mm-hmm. I think it was like one more.
So what we need.
That said, she said, but saying I feel doesn't mean it's from emotions.
So so let me guess this right. Feeling, feel. Is that not an emotional word? Is that not the definition of feeling? Emotions?
I mean, it just depends on how you're trying to project it and trying to say. Like, just saying I feel does not mean you're speaking with emotions. That's not.
But you have to understand when you're having a logical conversation, you can't come with feelings. So when somebody you're having a conversation with, say we are talking about the housing market, right? We discussing, building a house today versus building a house 2, 3 years ago, right?
Mhm.
We can go into it and say this is the reason why it's more expensive. That's not how we feel. These are facts. Or we can say, oh, it's more expensive for a black man to do it than the Asian dude, or it's more expensive for a black man to get a house than it is for a black woman. I feel like it's more expensive.
I
I feel like the
mean,
white man is that's emotional.
that I don't think that's even an emotional conversation. First of all, talking about houses. If we're talking about a relationship, then we can change the narrative. But talking about something like that, that's nothing. But somebody
Okay,
just commented and said you can respect the person that's famous and not be a groupie in the same sentence.
right.
And they also said he sounded like a real groupie if he sees a celebrity. Just like I feel. You learn in school. I feel, I think, I know. These are
Yeah, but
all the same.
no, they're not the
It's
same. They're
it
not
is
the
the
same.
same. It's all about how you saying it. What
When
you're
you know
talking about.
something versus when you feel. Okay, if I'm in a plane and I'm doing parachuting for the first time, and then I ask the instructor, hey, is this parachute safe? And he say, oh, I feel like it's safe. I feel like it'll open.
That's not
Ver-
emotion.
but it will hit me differently.
But it's
It'll
not
damn
so
sure.
you're emotional, not him.
No, I feel like it'll open. That means you're not sure. That means that you're just guessing or you're just going off of how you feel.
But it's
You
not emotion.
feel like it could open up, but my black ass jump out there and it don't, then I'm dead off
That's
of
not
feeling.
emotion though.
That is emotional.
That's not
That is
emotion. That is an
emotional.
I
That is
statement
very
yet
much
again.
emotional. Oh, I feel like I did the right thing. I feel like I know what I'm doing. No,
That's just like a girl cheated on me, right? And
right.
then we get out the relationship and you ask me, well, what do you think you could have did different? And I say, well, I feel like I did everything I could. That's not me being emotional. That's me telling you an I statement. I feel like I did everything I could do to make sure my relationship stays strong.
But you know what the difference is? When we go ask that girl, I guarantee you her feelings will be different.
But that ain't
So
got nothing to do with me.
So your answer was an emotional answer. I feel like I did the right thing. I didn't do anything wrong. I feel like I did everything I was supposed to do. I didn't do
No,
anything
I
wrong.
said I feel like I did everything I could have done to make sure my relationship was successful. That is the difference. So it's perspective.
Uh,
If you
well,
take what
okay.
I say and spin it a little bit, then you can add emotions in it. But the way I said it, I feel like I did everything I could have did.
Why do you have to feel that way? If you know you did it, why can't you just say I did everything?
It's an I
I
statement. You can say I know I did everything I should have done, or
Okay,
I can
well,
tell you I feel like I did everything I could have done in this relationship.
listen to this message, ladies. If you're having a serious conversation with your man, keep I feel out of it. Because when we hear I feel, to us, you're not listening anymore.
Well, then you
Doesn't
need to
matter
change
what.
your perspective of it.
No,
That's
no,
for
it
you to change your perspective of it. Because
it
there's no reason you ask me, how do you feel about the relationship? Like, do you think you could have did anything different? And I just simply respond and say, I feel like I did everything I could have done to make the relationship successful. That's not me saying I'm emotional. That's just me telling you I think I could have did everything.
that you don't have to say you're emotional, but that's an emotional statement.
Perspective. The conversation is a perspective thing. Next question, please.
Okay. Okay. So what can we do to get the black family back together? Because all I care about is black family. I'm sorry. Everybody else, every other race, their marriage rate it's okay, but the
Mm-hmm.
black marriage rate is horrible. Horrible.
Well, you're asking what can we do
What
to
can
keep
we
the
do?
black family together?
Yeah,
To keep it together?
to bring it back together. To bring it back
Meaning
together.
we separated and we want to come back?
Yes,
How about we
yes.
just start with what can we do to keep the foundation together to begin with?
But that's the thing. There is no foundation no more. Everybody is in a single parent household.
It's
72
foundations.
72% of black children are born into single parent household.
So what can
72.
the new people do to keep their families together is what I'll
They
answer.
cannot leave and thinking there's an unlimited supply of men in their bag.
Or the men can be loyal and keep their thing at home.
Why is that? Okay, that's great. I'm glad you used that terminology.
Or
What
women.
women, what do y'all consider loyalty? What do y'all
You
cuz
asking me?
man loyalty and woman loyalty is different because men and women are different. So go ahead. What is are men and women loyalty the same to women?
Well, first of all, let's go back. You said, what do I think can bring the black families back together?
Yes.
It starts, the foundation is built from the bottom, right? From the beginning.
From the
So
home.
what you put in the atmosphere is what you're gonna get back. If you put, oh, I'm gonna keep cheating on this woman, she gonna stay with me regardless of what I do because I'm taking care of my house. I can do whatever the hell I want to do, and I still know I got my wife at home, right? And then it comes to the time where she leaves because now she's fed up, and you're messing with her mental health, her emotional health, all of that stuff. She leaves you, and it's like, oh, why you leave me? Why me? I'm providing, I'm doing all of this, blah blah, right? So the answer to your question of what can we do to keep the black family together is the bare minimum, the foundation, the why did we get together to begin with? What did I accept from the beginning to what I accept now? At the end of the day, it's not, oh, if he cheats, stay with him because he's the breadwinner. I can make my own money. I can do my own thing. A job application take an hour.
There we go. And that's the problem right there. That is the
Okay.
problem right there. Okay, so what we need to do is this narrative that the great Kevin Samuels he calls it a operation. It's like a military operation. So this whole hey women, you don't need men. Go get the bag. Go get the job. A career is more important than family. A career more important than children. That is not true.
I didn't say that.
You didn't say it. I'm not saying you saying this is society now. This is how we raise our women nowadays. Independent, boss, don't need no man, don't rely on no man, you don't need them, you
What's
don't
wrong
need.
with that?
But that's only being fed in certain households. Other
But what's
races of
wrong
people
with a woman having everything she
because
needs and not have to
because
depend on nobody?
America isn't set up for people to thrive alone. America isn't set up for women to be alone. It's not really set up for men to be alone. It's set up for
No, I
family.
think the Bible isn't set up for that.
No,
America is set up for women and men to be successful nowadays. Let's
not
not go back to
single.
1950s. Let's think about
Yeah, let's talk
2022.
now. Let's still talk now. The net worth is above, let's say 90,000. Why is it that marriages or divorces lower? When you get over $90,000, divorce rate is at 20%. Why is that? Why is it that the rich or the wealthy stay together, get married and stay together, but the average and the poor are out here trying to find the perfect guy? So
It
it's
ain't
so
about being
simple.
perfect. It's just about, say you build a foundation, just like this girl just said. She just said the foundation is there, maybe some cracks that should be repaired and are repairable. But what happens when it's not repairable? Bill Gates, didn't he just get a divorce?
And didn't he have a side chick?
Hello, didn't he just get divorced?
But he had the side chick for damn near 50 years.
But that, see, standards. It goes back to standards. What I'll accept and what she'll accept. She'll accept it because he's
She know the
rich.
game because
And
she know the game.
yeah, she's rich because of him, with
But
him.
look at
She
her now.
don't
She's
work.
alone. She's alone.
But
Her money is not going to.
but they're old. So they're living on back in the day terms. Let's talk about today's terms.
Okay.
I got my own money. You got your own money. I
Okay.
don't need you. You don't need me. So therefore, if you cannot keep it at home, I have every right, will, and way to leave.
That's true. But we need more females and I need more guys. So in the end, this,
We got females on here. Oh, and
yeah, but
Jazz
that
said hires SES. I'm guessing that's success. Or I don't know what she mean by that. Higher SES, meaning higher education, more communication, emotional intelligence to stay. And then she said, he said earlier, women need to stay after being cheated on, right? Yes, he said that.
I didn't say
Because
need to.
of what the man provides.
I didn't say need to. I said in certain situations that yes, it would be better for her to stay. Yes, but there was a whole scenario in there. Children, married, love, respect, all of this. Yes. Now, you know what? We gotta wrap it up. We gotta bring a part two. So I'm gonna
Got
let
money to
you.
spend.
I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you go with your closing statements, comments, concern, um, you name it. Just go. You got it. The floor is yours. What do you think about it?
I don't have much. My closing statement is women don't have to stay with men cheap. You don't have to stay just because he provides more. You need to get your own bag, get your own life, get your own stuff together so you don't have to depend on nobody. And I want that for you. I don't want to be in a relationship where I feel like you need me in that aspect. And that's it. We'll do a part
Okay.
two.
Okay. So in my closing statements, um, ladies, it's not a better world out there. If you got a good guy that you love, respect, and admire, stick with him because there's not another one out there. Believe me.
Respect dies when you cheat.
Yeah, you say that. Okay, so and also if you want to be a part of the show because it's starting off, it's just taking off. So I'm just a regular guy. I like to have conversation. I like to argue. I like to disagree. I like to agree, but I like to learn. So I think it's funny that we try to do this modern. We want the modern lifestyle, but we still want the traditional outcome. So it is what it is. You want Shamar Moore, who looks like Morris Chestnut, but act like Future, but got the money of goddamn Jay Z, but he gonna take care of you like Russell Wilson did here. This put together guy, yeah, come on. But you know what? Let me know when you're free again. We can get somebody else on. Jazz might be a good. I don't know.
She'll
I
get
don't know.
on,
I
but
might
she
not
ain't
be
gonna
ready
agree
for
with
her
you.
yet. I might
She
not be
ain't
ready.
look, Jazz is a therapist. She ain't gonna agree with you.
I know, but tell Jazz I'm gonna come with my notes. I'm gonna come with statistics. I'm gonna come with. I ain't gonna come with just no feelings. I ain't gonna be no I feel. We gonna get down on this. Why is the black household breaking up? We're gonna get down on that. Where can the people find you? You want to put out your social media, your business?
Um, y'all can find me anywhere. Key and Jazz on TikTok, Key and Jazz dot underscore on Instagram, Keyshawn dot underscore on Instagram, Camera Keys on Instagram, DVO360 on Instagram, 539 Clothing on Instagram. I got a lot, man. Just
I don't
find
have all that. I got
me.
Facebook and Snapchat.
Key and Jazz on YouTube,
Oh yeah. Hey,
Keyshawn on Facebook.
barbershop talk. Hey, thank you again. It was great. I had a great time. We're gonna cut it out with that barbershop talk, and I'm out. Peace.